is just exactly what you want at the end of any outdoor adventure. Hey, Chef Corso, Outdoor Eats. I'm here to put you on the path to amazing meals on your outdoor treks, and you may have guessed it, I am in Idaho, specifically Driggs, Idaho, right on the border with Wyoming and Idaho, right next to Grand Tetons and Yellowstone and all that kind of stuff. A super, super pretty area. We are here today to talk about trailgating. It's an amazing Trailgate recipe that you can cook up for yourself or cook up for your crew this summer. And yes, I said trailgating. I'm a sports fan. I love having a tailgate experience, having a hot dog and a beer in the parking lot before whatever game that I'm gonna watch. But I think that we should also have that experience at the trail or at the trailhead or at camp. And I'll talk a little bit more about how you trailgate as we cook up our recipe. What we are making here today is we are making a chicken buffalo chicken dip that is perfect trailgate option. This recipe is in one of our new cookbooks, the Trailgate Trail Meals Delta Edition. It has 10 different shareable snacks and also hot and cold beverages for your outdoor adventures. Really, really great options, from cheeseburger dip to a campy mule to bacon and brie dip to flavored popcorn and a mint mallow Rice Krispie treat bowl. Let's take a look at our packable ingredients for our buffalo chicken dip, chicken buffalo dip. What we've got here is packaged chicken, buffalo hot sauce, a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, goat cheese, shredded cheddar cheese, and no buffalo experience would be complete without some celery sticks and some carrots. So what I did is I just chopped them up real quick and put them in this bag here. You can also choose your favorite crackers for dipping, because this is a dip. We're gonna get dippy, Miss Lippy. And don't be afraid about packing fresh ingredients on the trail. They can last longer than you think and give you some really great texture, micronutrients, and are just super, super tasty. What we are cooking on today, we are cooking on a Near Zero Mini, some isobutane gas, and a Sea to Summit collapsible pot. You can make this in a super dinky 250 mil camp pot just for yourself, or you can make it a huge batch for your crew. It's one thing I love about Outdoor Eats recipes is they are very easy to scale up or scale down and note how many portions are on each recipe, so you can do that. I chose this pot specifically for sake of demonstration. So you could easily also do this in a jet boil or chimney style stove as well, but I want you guys to be able to see the ingredients in there and see our dip. All the kids are in the pool here, and we just need to warm this up and bubble it up so we can get dipping. And while this is bubbling up, here are some more tips on how to trailgate. Another ingredient and another cheese you could add to this to really complete our buffalo dip experience is blue cheese crumbles. I left it out of this recipe because not everyone likes blue cheese. It can be pretty polarizing flavor. If you like it, go ahead and add those crumbles either right in here or right on the top, and that's going to be really, really good. Wow. This is starting to smell amazing. Smell the garlic, the Frank's Red Hot. Goat cheese is starting to melt. If you don't like goat cheese, you can switch it out for brie. And brie is actually a little bit more bulletproof on the trail. It's already aged a little bit. It's only gonna get better as it sits. I wouldn't probably get the super, super soft stuff, maybe stuff that's already a little bit aged. But brie is a very, very good melting cheese. So what we're looking for is this just to start to bubble and come together, that garlic to hydrate, our chicken to get broken down and all in there. This is a really, really quick recipe. Awesome. Once that cheese has melted and everything's come together, then you are free to dip. I dip, you dip, we dip, let's dip. All right, let's get dipping and give this a try. Yes. This is exactly what you want at the end of any outdoor adventure. Something creamy, warm, crunchy. Love that celery in there. And you might be wondering, well, but Corso, can I just have this for my meal? Yeah, duh. I'm gonna have this for my lunch. I had a really good friend one time. I like to ask everybody that I meet like what their favorite food is. It's always good to know and get some interesting insight in who they are. And one of my friends, her answer was dip. Just blanket. Dip was her favorite food, and that's absolutely amazing. I can't argue with that. All right, yep, I ate all that dip. Not gonna apologize for that. So we have a messy pot here. And it is cheesy, it is smeared, it's a little toasty on the bottom. So how are we gonna clean this? And if you guys are still complaining about doing dishes, you need to find a new horse to ride, because we get it. Dishes aren't fun, but they're part of life. And if we just accept that they're here and do this reboil method, they're really not gonna be that bad. So the first step we're gonna do is scrape. And it's another reason why I love packing these mini spatulas. It's not only great for stirring, but it's really helpful for cleaning. So first step is to scrape, trying to follow as many leave no trace practices as possible and not to introduce buffalo chicken dip to the squirrels, at least not today. All right, I'm just eating the rest of it because it's food. Nice, scrapey scrape. Get as much off as possible. All right, there we go. Pretty darn good. Then we're gonna add a little bit of water, just a few ounces depending on your pot, but enough to cover the bottom. And we're gonna get our burner back going for our reboiling. Get it? Reboil method. We already boiled some stuff, now we're reboiling things. And I'm gonna put my lid on top because I want all of that heat and all of that steam to hit the edges of our pot to be able to help dissipate some of those smeared on items and also to get rid of some of those crumbly bits at the bottom. You know, this is a great tip you can also use to clean your dishes inside. I know it's crazy. If you're ever making cheeseburgers inside in a cast iron skillet and you got all those crumbly bits on there and don't know what to do, and obviously you don't want to add soap to your cast iron, start with a reboil method and it will give you a really nice head start to hydrate some of those crumbly bits and also help dissipate some of those smeary, cheesy, chocolate, caramel sort of situation and ingredients. This doesn't take very long with the little amount of water that we have, but look at already some of our ingredients have started to dissipate in our water. And I'm just gonna stir this around and hit the edges of our pot with our warm water now. And the thing about this reboil method is this isn't the 27.5 step process for sanitizing your items. This is hiker clean. This is getting most of the ingredients off, knowing that you're probably gonna be cooking on it in a few hours. If you do have some campy suds or a light little safe sanitizer, you are more than welcome to do that after our reboil method But for me, I just need to get all of those food particulates and food items off our pot, so it's not sitting there in my backpack as we're going for the next day or the next site. Depending on your pot makeup, this will be faster or slower, but that is exactly what we're looking for. Even move that around to the side a little bit. If you have a little sponge or a steel wool, that could be great as well. Turn off our burner and let's take a look. So our sides are mostly clean. Again, you can hit that nice warm water around the sides. That can really help things out. I'd go for a little bit more scrub in the middle, but also it's perfectly fine to dry off and pack up. What I do suggest is that you dispose of this water appropriately, either dig a cat hole or drink it. Yep, it's just cheesy water. You're gonna be fine. And sometimes this is your last few ounces of the night or the day before you need to pump and get some more. So don't sleep on this as sort of some emergency water, but dispose of it properly. So doing dishes in the backcountry doesn't have to be crazy hard. Just use the reboil method and you might stop complaining. If you want to learn more about trailgating, hit up outdooreats.com. The Delta edition of our Trail Meals Cookbook is also available there, both in hard copy and ebook. But get out there, cook a snack, cook a dip, and share it with your friends. But get out there, cook something tasty like this. Boca boca. I put my hand upon your hip, and I dip, you dip, we dip. I put my hand upon your hip, and I dip, you dip, we dip.